You don't realize how different the world feels until you sit where millionaires sit, and on Comfort Class, we're about to take you inside an experience most people only see through tinted glass windows and velvet ropes. Because this isn't just a seat, it's a statement, it's a lifestyle, it's a completely different reality. And the moment you step into it, everything changes. From the way people look at you to the way you start seeing yourself. And here's the crazy part. It all begins with something as simple as where you choose to sit. But not all seats are created equal, not even close. Because while most people are squeezing into tight rows, adjusting armrests, and negotiating for leg space, there's an entirely different world just a few feet away, hidden behind a curtain or a private door, where silence replaces noise, space replaces pressure, and comfort becomes almost surreal. And this is the part no one tells you. The moment you cross into that space, it's not just physical comfort you feel, it's psychological, it's emotional. It's like the stress of the outside world just quietly dissolves, and suddenly you're not rushing anymore, you're not waiting, you're not dealing with chaos, you're floating through a curated experience designed for people who expect more, and what happens next is unexpected, because the seat itself isn't just a seat, it's engineered perfection. Handcrafted leather that feels softer than anything you've touched before, stitching so precise it looks like art, controls that adjust everything from your posture to your mood, ambient lighting that shifts with the time of day, and space, real space, the kind that lets you stretch without thinking twice. And then there's the silence, not the absence of sound, but the presence of calm, a controlled environment where every detail is intentional, every texture refined, every moment elevated. And just when you think it can't get better, it does, because luxury at this level isn't about showing off, it's about feeling at home in a place that's anything but ordinary. And here's where things get interesting. The service changes too, dramatically, because in this world, you're not just another passenger, you're the priority. People anticipate your needs before you even realize them, your preferences are remembered, your comfort is constantly adjusted, and everything feels seamless, effortless, almost invisible. Like the entire system is designed around you, and that's when it hits you. This isn't just about money, it's about mindset, it's about valuing time, valuing comfort, valuing experiences that make life feel smoother, richer, more intentional. And this is the part that separates the average from the elite. Because millionaires don't just buy things, they buy how things make them feel. And this seat, this environment, this entire experience, it's about control. About removing friction from life. About turning something ordinary into something unforgettable. And the deeper you go into this world, the more you start noticing the details most people miss. Like how the lighting is never too harsh, how the temperature is always perfect, how even the smallest movements feel effortless. And it's subtle, but powerful, because these details don't just impress you, they change your expectations. And once your expectations change, there's no going back. And what happened next was unexpected. Because you start comparing everything, every seat, every space, every experience, and suddenly what once felt normal now feels uncomfortable, cramped, rushed, and you realize that luxury isn't about excess, it's about precision, it's about getting everything exactly right, and that's what makes this experience so addictive, because it doesn't just raise the bar, it resets it entirely. And here's the truth most people don't talk about. Once you've experienced this level of comfort, you start chasing it, not just in travel, but in life, in the way you design your home, the way you choose your environment, the way you spend your time, because you've felt what it's like to live without compromise, even if just for a moment, and that feeling stays with you. And this is where things shift, because now it's not just about the seat anymore, it's about what that seat represents, it's about access, about being in spaces where everything is elevated, where conversations are different, where energy is different, where the pace of life feels controlled, intentional, and almost cinematic, and you start to understand why millionaires invest so heavily in comfort, because comfort isn't just physical, it's strategic. It allows you to think clearer, move faster, and operate at a higher level, and that's something most people never consider. But here's where it gets even more interesting. The experience isn't loud, it's not flashy, it doesn't need to prove anything. It's quiet confidence, understated elegance, the kind of luxury that doesn't demand attention but naturally attracts it, And that's the real flex, not showing off, but knowing you don't have to. And as the journey continues, you realize something else, something subtle but powerful. The way you carry yourself changes, your posture, your tone, your mindset. Because when you're treated like someone important, you start believing it, and that belief starts to reflect in everything you do. And this is the part that transforms people, not the seat itself, but the experience it creates, the perspective it shifts, the standards it raises, and by the time it's over, by the time you step back into the regular world, something feels different, something feels off, not because the world changed, but because you did, because now you've seen what's possible, you've felt what it's like to operate at a higher level, and that awareness stays with you, pushing you, motivating you, reminding you that there's more out there. More comfort, more precision, more control, and that's what Comfort Class is all about, showing you the experiences that redefine what luxury really means, not just in material terms, but in how it transforms the way you live, think, and move through the world. And if this gave you even a glimpse into that lifestyle, then you already know you're going to want more, so stay with Comfort Class, because this is just the beginning.